Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger. My friends, I have a very interesting video for you today. Has to do with, I'm just going to call it for what it is. I think this is an actual bug, but it's a bug that helps Lily and will actually improve your gameplay. So let's talk about it. So Condor Dive, you probably know the move, right? You can do it from a neutral jump, you can do it from a forward jump, and of course, naturally, there's an enhanced OD version as well. And it's the same here, neutral jump, forward jump, you can do it. Backwards jumps, you can't, right? Like you can see me, I'm inputting the input, same for the EX. Can't do it from a backwards jump. No, that's just not how the move works. Well, unless you do it this way. So this little bit of interesting tech comes to us by way of One Jam Tart over on Twitter, and I'll post a link to the original tweet. And it's actually very simple, but this is opens up a lot of doors. So to do the backwards enhanced Condor Dive, when you're doing Condor Dive, normally the motion is, just 3 punches, right? Like if you go into the move list and you're like, oh, how do I do a Condor Dive? 2 punches for regular, 3 punches for EX. And you might notice that don't work when you jump backwards because it's not meant to work while you jump backwards. But if you hold down while you're in the air specifically and then input 3 punches, then you'll get it, which is really weird. If you hold back, you won't get it. If you hold forward, you won't get it. If you hold up, you won't get it. Like nothing else works, specifically down, and you'll get it. And it only works with the enhanced version. It does not work with the regular version, only the enhanced version. So it doesn't work with the normal input. You have to hit down in 3 punches. And once again, is this intentional? No, I cannot see this being intentional at all, because if it was, for one, it would just work with the regular input, which it does not. So first off, why is this strong? Well, it's because you can do it from a back jump. Like the old neutral jump and waiting to see if the enemy does anything, right? And if they do, then you Condor Dive on them. That's always been a classic Hawk family game plan for many years, right? I just neutral jump. I'm not exposing myself to any real threat by neutral jumping for the most part. And if I catch you doing something, then I hit the buttons. And doing that while being able to retreat is very powerful. So you can do it while neutral jumping or forward jumping, which carries an inherent element of risk. But back jumping is about the safest thing you can do in Street Fighter. It's very difficult to punish a back jump specifically. And if you back jump and gain space away from the enemy, and you see them throw a fireball with a button, whatever, and you just go, blep, and you charge right back in, that's really, really strong. Maybe not strong enough to move her up the tier list. Here in the early stages of the game's life, she's generally considered the worst character in the game. So I say let it rock. Starting with Street Fighter V, a lot of moves that like you could change your air angles in any way, they started removing that from backwards jumps, and you can only do them from either neutral or, for a lot of characters, only forward jumps. Like Cammy can only do dive kick from forward jump. Same with Juri. Even humble old Ryu, he cannot do a hurricane kick from a neutral jump. It has to be from a forward jump. And definitely no more jump backwards runaway tattoos, right? Like, that is long gone. The only character in this game that has a special from a backwards jump specifically is Blanca. He can do air Blanca ball from a backwards jump. But I think it's because specifically that's how you're going to do it 9 times out of 10. Because you can't really build charge that well and then neutral jump and do it, because you have to hold backwards, right? It needs backwards charge. And then you can do it while like forward jumping, but only if you do it off like coward crouch, and then the hop from coward crouch specifically, which is its own unique thing, right? Like it's definitely not just forward jumping on demand and doing it. It's not like Kano in Mortal Kombat, right? So it's a very different beast, I would say. So yeah, very powerful. Just jump back and just Condor Dive on reaction. And once again, it has to be the EX version. It won't work with the regular version for whatever reason. Also, it won't work on modern controls. Once again, this is very much a bug in my opinion. If you want to do your Condor Dives here on modern controls, you can hit your special button, you can hit your assist button to get the EX version, all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't work in any way, shape, or form in modern. You can't do it. You cannot replicate it, which is weird. Because, it's just weird, I guess, right? So the bug only exists for classic control Lily. So if you want to jump backwards EX Condor Dive, you have to be in classic controls. It will not work in modern because, once again, this is a bug, so don't expect it to be consistent. And that's about it. So now you know. If you play Lily, I highly suggest you use it while it's still available, because come whenever we have our first real big patch, it might not be available then. To say specifically, I advocate that it should just be graduated. She should be able to do Condor Dive from a backwards jump, because why not? Because why not? If she's the worst character in the game, as so many people say, then what's the problem? That's where I'm at. But regardless, now you know this may be a little bit of a historical value as it may not exist in the future. But for the point in time being right now, a few weeks into launch, Lily can, if you specifically hold down and no other direction while jumping, do backwards jumps EX Condor Spire. So there you go. Now you know. And that said, my friends, that is the end of the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Street Fighter.